All right, everyone, welcome back to Jayfabe Wrestling. We're back again, rebooking King of the Ring. This time we're looking at King of the Ring 1994. So let's get into it right now. Here was the card. So we got in the quarterfinal match, Razor Ramon defeating Bam Bam Bigelow. And then we have IRS defeating Mabel. Owen Hart defeating Tatanka. And the 1-2-3 Kid defeating Jeff Jarrett. Then we got for the WWF Championship, Diesel defeated Bret Hart by disqualification. And in the semifinals match, we got Razor Ramon defeating IRS, Owen Hart defeating the 1-2-3 Kid. And then for the tag team championship, the Headshrinkers defeating Yokozuna and Crush. And then in the King of the Ring finals, Owen Hart defeats Razor Ramon in the main event. Roddy Piper versus Jerry Lawler. So yeah, this was an okay show. It's always known for the crowning of Owen Hart here, becoming the King of Hearts, the Black Heart. So that was pretty cool. Yeah, the title match between Shawn and Bret and Diesel, we definitely got to see their chemistry here. That would happen, especially at Survivor Series 1995. Their great match there. And also, yeah, Roddy Piper versus Jerry Lawler. That's a pretty cool feud as well. But yeah, I definitely think the tournament definitely could have improved here. So we're gonna try our best to make it a little bit better. So let's get into it right now. So the first quarterfinal match, we're gonna keep the same 1-2-3 Kid versus Jeff Jarrett. Again, you got the underdog versus the cocky, arrogant heel here. It's always a great recipe for success. And yeah, I'll have the 1-2-3 Kid get the upset win here. And in the next quarterfinal match, I actually have Tatanka versus Yokozuna. Yeah, I just felt Yokozuna being right in the tag division. He just was WWF champion at the last pay-per-view, so I mean, at least have him in the tournament and at least give him a win. So I would definitely have Yokozuna advance here, defeat Tatanka. Tatanka, yeah, his undefeated streak ended last year, so he's kind of lost some steam, and him losing to Yokozuna maybe can build towards his eventual heel turn down the line. Then we have Jim Neidhart versus Owen Hart, so I think this would be a fun match here. Instead of having Jim Neidhart, corner Bret, have him in the tournament, and he's telling Bret that he's gonna get the win back for the family here, and that Owen Hart, he doesn't deserve to be King of the Ring, and that he's gonna continue the legacy of King of the Ring for the family. So yeah, so you got a nice little build there, and Owen Hart just gets the clean victory here, and this would later build the heel turn of Jim Neidhart, where he eventually sides with Owen Hart because he actually believes Owen Hart is the better wrestler and is the best wrestler in the family. So that'd be cool. And then we have Razor Ramon versus Bam Bam Bigelow. Keep that match the same there. Razor Ramon gets the win. A nice big guy versus bigger guy matchup there. So yeah. Then we have the tag team championship. I would actually have, instead of the Headshrinkers versus Yoko and Crush, I'd have the Headshrinkers versus Shawn and Diesel. Shawn and Diesel, they eventually did win the titles from the Headshrinkers, so why don't we just do it now where Headshrinkers kind of turn face? And yeah, Shawn and Diesel are looking to, get more gold here. So yeah, I think this would be a good match, a better match than Yoko and Crush. And then the semifinals, 1-2-3 Kid versus Owen Hart. Yeah, this is probably one of the best 4-minute matches ever. Owen Hart gets the win. I mean, I feel like we should give them a little bit more time, but yeah, Owen Hart definitely gets the win here. And then we have Razor Ramon versus Yokozuna. So yeah, this gives Razor a little tougher field. Like he went through Bam Bam Bigelow and then Yokozuna. So Razor would definitely get the win here. So yeah, it just definitely builds the sympathy for the baby face that he had to go through all these matches here, and Owen Hart got to fight 1-2-3 Kid. I mean, he's a great challenger, but he's not Yokozuna. So yeah, Razor would get the maybe like the roll up win here, and then maybe after Yoko get bonsai drop Razor Ramon, so it gives Owen, even better chance to win here. And then for the finals, same Razor Ramon versus Owen Hart. Yeah, keep everything the same. Owen Hart wins. He becomes the King of Hearts. He does what his brother does the previous year. And then, yeah, he gets the title match at SummerSlam. So yeah, I think we'll talk about it later, like the how this tournament is probably better than what actually happened. And then we have Piper versus Jerry Lawler. Yeah, I mean, but I wouldn't have the main event though. That I feel like that was the downfall of this match. I mean, yeah, you got great personalities here. Obviously, Roddy Piper, Jerry Lawler. Great promos. And yeah, I would actually have Jerry Lawler lose to Roddy Piper. Roddy Piper gets a nice feel-good victory. And then the main event, I would actually have Bret Hart versus Lex Luger. So the build here is that, it starts from the Rumble, how there was a tie, and then Luger kind of got screwed at WrestleMania. So he's not happy about that. And obviously, he's happy for Bret. He says that it was his moment, but he says that if it was me and you in the main event, I would be the WWF champion, not you. So Bret's like, you know what? Let's settle it once and for all. Me and you at the King of the Ring to see who truly is the better man. And yeah, Lex Luger is a face here, but he started to build some heel tendencies here, just being cocky and arrogant, kind of bringing back the narcissist Lex Luger here. So I feel like this would be a great main event. These two never really, I guess, had the chance to fight on pay-per-view because in 1993, Lex Luger turned face, and they were kind of competing for who would be the top face here. Then, obviously, 1994, Bret kind of overtook him, and then Lex Luger went down the card. So I feel like this would be the right time to pull the trigger on Bret Hart versus Lex Luger. And yeah, Bret Hart can get the feel-good win here, and Lex Luger can either shake his hand or turn heel on him. But I feel like maybe he should turn heel because Lex Luger, his run 1994 wasn't really much. He was kind of feuding with the $1 Million Corporation. So I think him turning heel here would definitely establish a better feud down the line, and I think help his character. So yeah, guys, that is my card. Let me know what you guys think. Again, my improvements, I feel, first off is the tag title match. Instead of Yoko and Crush, the Headshrinkers versus Shawn and Diesel would be really good. And they did the title switch anyway, so I'm just allowing it to happen on the pay-per-view platform here. And obviously the night is still about Owen Hart, so I feel like I established that, but also Owen versus Jim Neidhart gives us a little taste of, again, the family feud there once again, and makes sense because Jim Neidhart eventually turned on Bret, so it would make sense that for him to lose to Owen in the storyline to actually realize that, hey, you know what, Owen might be the best wrestler in the family. And then having Yokozuna in the tournament here just after winning the title, I feel like makes sense, and I feel like it gives Razor Ramon like a tougher route to the finals. He has to go through two big men, like I said. So yeah, it just makes the perfect story of the arrogant Owen Hart against Razor Ramon, who probably would win, but he's been through two tough battles, and he's also been bonsai dropped. So yeah, it definitely allows for Owen Hart to get the win there. And then the main event, Bret versus Luger. Again, this is a match that we never got. We should have got probably in a pay-per-view setting. And this bumps Roddy and Jerry Lawler to a semi-main event, which I think was good because their match in the main event wasn't that good, so they would have less pressure. Yeah, so I definitely think this would be a better card. Let me know what you guys think. I'll run down the card for you guys right now. So quarterfinal matches, we got 1-2-3 Kid versus Jeff Jarrett, Tatanka versus Yokozuna, Jim the Anvil Neidhart versus Owen Hart, and the bad guy Razor Ramon versus Bam Bam Bigelow for the World Tag Team Championships. The Headshrinkers defending against Shawn Michaels and Diesel. King of the Ring semifinals matches. We got 1-2-3 Kid versus Owen Hart. Razor Ramon versus Yokozuna. And then the King of the Ring finals, we got Razor Ramon versus Owen Hart. Then we have the Hot Rod, Roddy Piper versus Jerry the King Lawler. And then the main event for the WWF Championship, Bret the Hitman Hart versus the All-American Lex Luger. So yeah, guys, that is my card. Let me know what you guys think. Catch you on the next King of the Ring. Peace.